Okay, good morning, Year 8. Today, I'm going to leave ratio behind this week as we need to revise for your end of your test that will take place this Thursday. Now, please don't worry about it, okay? You're just going to do the best you can. It's only on chapters 1 to 8. It's going to be set on MathsPad, so you're used to using MathsPad, and just do the best you possibly can. I've got loads of results for you from other tests and all your work you've been doing during lockdown, so please don't worry, just do the best you can on this. So today I'm going to focus on number theory, which was booklet 5, and tomorrow I will focus on fractions, decimals and percentages. Okay, so both these topics are coming up in your test this Thursday. So what was number theory all about? Well, it's about lots of words. Okay, so I'd like you to put the title number theory and put the title factors, and we're going to see which of these words you remember. Right, the word factor. So if I asked you what are the factors of, let's say, 20, okay, that means all the numbers that go into 20 exactly, all the numbers that divide into 20. Now I think about factor pairs. So I have 1 times 20, I have 2 times 10, and I have 4 times 5. So you can see they're like factor pairs. So these are all the numbers that divide exactly into 20. They're called factors of 20. So if I asked you what are all the factors of, say, what are all the factors of, let's say, 12, yeah, let's have a think about that. Okay, write that down, pause the video, you think about that. Okay, so here's your answer. All the factors of 12. I've got 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. All the numbers that divide exactly into 12. In fact, in lessons, the way I taught you was we wrote it like this. Okay, we went through the numbers. We did 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. We've got 4, so we stop there. Okay, and if I was doing, let's say, the factors of, let's say, one that's got lots of factors, let's say 36. I know that's got lots of factors. I start off with 1. I've got 1 times 36, and I go to 2. 2 times 18, and I go to 3, 3 times 12, and I go to 4, 4 times 9, 5 doesn't fit in, 6 times 6, 7 doesn't go in, 8 doesn't go in, 9 goes in, but I've got it already. So that's how I get, once I get back to a number like 9, I stop because I've already got 9 in my solution. Okay? So factors, and that was the method we did in class when I taught that to you when we were on booklet 5. Okay, the next number we're going to look at, the next word we're going to look at, the type of number is multiples. Okay, so what do you understand by multiples? So say I said to you, what are the multiples of 4? Okay, now all that means is all the numbers in the 4 times table. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and that goes on forever. So it's all the numbers in the 4 times tables. So multiples, numbers in the times tables, factors, numbers that divide into the number. But the next word we did was prime numbers. See if you can remember what prime numbers means. If I was in a class now, I'd be asking you all to show me on your whiteboard all the different prime numbers. Well, prime numbers are numbers that have, and write this down, has exactly 2 factors. So this is a quick revision for you today. Numbers that have exactly 2 factors. For example, 7 has only 1 and 7 that divide into it. So 7 is a prime number. 5 has only 2 numbers that divide into it. 1 and 5. 3, 2. Now 1 is a special one. Most people think that 1 is a prime number, but 1 only has 1 factor. So no, 1 is not a prime number. Write that down. 1 is not prime. Most people think it is, but it's only got 1 factor, and a prime number has to have 2 factors. So what I want you to do now is pause the video and write down all the prime numbers between 1 and 30. Go. Okay, so here's your answer. All the prime numbers between 1 and 30. Let's write them down. Okay, I have got 2, 3, 5, 7. 9 is not prime. 11, 13, 15 is not prime. It's only the odd numbers now, isn't it? 17, 19, 21 not prime. 23, 25 not prime. 27, no, 9 times 3, 29. There you go. That's the list of all the prime numbers between 1 and 30. Okay, now you can see 2 is a special prime number. Why is that special? It's the only even prime number that you can have. All the other even numbers will divide by 2. Okay, so we've done 3 words there. Right, what else was in booklet 5? Highest common factor, HCF. I wonder if you remember that. Highest common factor. For example, what's the highest common factor of 10 and 15? And what we did is we wrote down all our factors of 10, all our factors of 15, and looked at the biggest number that goes into both of these numbers. So, factors of 10, 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Factors of 15, 1 times 15, 3 times 5. So what factors are in both 10 and 15? Well, 5. Obviously 1, but that's not the highest. So the highest common factor is 5 in this case. The biggest number that will go into 10 and 15. Well, you try this one now. 9 and 18. The highest common factor. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so 9, 1 and 9, 3 and 3. 18, 1, 18, 2, 9, 3, 6. So what's the highest common factor? In fact, it is 9. We might have written 3 down, which is a factor of both of them, but not the highest common factor. So the highest common factor is 9. And I know in the lesson that a lot of you struggled with this. It's a difficult concept. It's tricky. Right, a harder one now, because bigger numbers. Have a go at that one yourself. Pause the video. Look at the method that I've been doing. Okay, pause. Have a go. Okay, so here's your answer. Let's see how you got on with that. Okay, so 30 and 45. 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 4 doesn't go in, 5 times 6, 5 times 6, 6 have done, so I stop. 45, 1 and 45, 2 doesn't go in, 3 times 15, 4 times 9. 5 times 9. And then I stop there because 6, 7, 8 doesn't go into 45. So what is the highest common factor? I can see 15 is the answer. Okay, so that's a revision of highest common factors. Now you may think, remember another term called LCM. Can you remember what that means? LCM. LCM means lowest common multiple. So what do we mean by that? Let's have an example. The lowest common multiple of 2 and 5. Well, first of all, I'm just going to write down the multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm just going to stop there. And the multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15. Oh, I can stop there. Once I've got a number that's in both the 2 and the 5 times tables, okay, that's my answer to the lowest common multiple. The smallest number that both 2 and 5 will divide into. The lowest common multiple. Let's look at this one. Have a go at this one. Look at the example. Have that example written in your books. Okay, just pause, write the example and have a go at this one. Okay, lowest common multiple of 6 and 8. Let's see how you got on. So multiples of 6, multiples of 8. I'm stopping here because I can see 24s in both of them. So my answer is 24. Okay, one more go. The lowest common multiple of 10 and 15. Pause. Have a go. Let's see how you got on. Okay, multiples of 10. They're easy. Multiples of 15. I can see 30 is my lowest common multiple. Okay, well done. Right, was there anything else on chapter 5? Yes, there was. There was this thing called product of prime numbers. There's lots of words to know here. So write this next word in your book, this next keyword, product of primes. And we're going to look at this example here. Write 24 as a product of prime numbers. So write this example down. Now, what I mean by product just means to multiply. And we know what prime numbers are. We've just done that. So we want to put 24 into numbers that multiply together that are all prime numbers and give you 24. Now, there's an easy method for this. And as soon as I put that down, you'll remember this. So 24, I'm going to do a tree now. 24 is 2 times 12. There's 2 branches. 2 times 12 is 24. But 2 is prime, so I circle it. 12 is not prime, so I carry on. 12 is 2 times 6. 2 is prime, 6 is not. 6 is 2 times 3. Both these numbers are prime, and I stop. So 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. All the numbers that I've circled. Yeah? Or I could write that in index form, 2 cubed times 3. You can check that. 2 cubed is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. They are all prime numbers. Okay, so write that special one into your book, please, that key example. And then using that key example, I want you to have a go at 30. Writing 30 as a product of prime numbers. Okay, let's see what answer you got. 30. I'm going to say it's 2 times 15. You might have started off differently. I'll look at another way of starting off. 15 is 3 times 5, both prime numbers. So I stop. Okay, so 30 can be written as 2 times 3 times 5. Now, you might have started that one off differently. You might have started it off like this. 30, you notice 30 is divisible by 5. 5 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. And I get exactly the same answer. 2 times 3 times 5. Right. So, we've done product of primes. Now, I'm going to give you all of these questions now. So, I want you to pause your video. Try all of these. Okay. So, there's 4 questions altogether. So, you've got a list of numbers for question 1. I'll bring up question 4 in a moment. So you've got all these numbers, and you're going to use those numbers, one number for each of these questions, then have a go at these 2. I'll bring question 4 up afterwards. So pause and have a good go. Right, let's see how you got on with that, guys. This is a good test to see your understanding. Right, which of these numbers is a factor of 4? Well, you could have had any of these numbers, 1, 2 and 4. All numbers that go into 4. Not 8. 8 is a multiple of 4. Okay, so maybe you might have put 8 down there. A multiple of 4. I've got 2 answers there, 4 and 8. Numbers in the times table. All the prime numbers. 1 is not prime. 2, 5 and 7 are the only prime numbers in that list. A square number. You might have had 1, 4 or 25. 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 5 times 5. A factor of 5. You might have had 1 or 5. Not 10. 10 is a multiple of 5. Okay, let's see how you got on with question 2 now. The LCM of 3 and 8, the lowest common multiple. So I think the answer is 24. Yep, 24. You write your multiples, so you write down your times tables 3 and 8, and 24 is the smallest. The highest common factor of 4 and 10, the biggest number that go into both of them, is 2. And this question, which you couldn't see, but you can have a go now, 20 in its prime factors. So just pause the video and just check you've got this answer. So 20 as its prime factors is 2 squared times 5. Okay, so I'd love to see all that work that you've done. And here is your learning check. And I'm going to give you these answers out tomorrow because you need to know the answers to help you with your test, okay? So just make sure you can see that. Yeah, we'll leave out question 4, I think. Okay, unless I can make it a bit bigger. Yeah, okay. So here's your learning check. Just like the ones I've just shown you. Okay, so pause, have a go and send me in your answers and I'll mark them and let you know how you've done. Have a lovely day.